Hello, hi, and welcome to this Facebook Live. So I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds to give the chance to everyone who is interested to join me. So I hope you are having a good day so far. I'm in London, so actually today it's a wonderful day weather-wise. So I hope you can enjoy the sunshine and this beautiful weather wherever you are. Okay, so thank you for joining me. So the topic of today's Facebook Live is definitely consciousness. We will understand what consciousness means, and we will understand and we will talk about what consciousness means when it connects to health, well-being, and medicine as well. So I think we can start now. And I would like to start, as usual, as we do, by introducing myself just for those who don't know me yet, very quickly. My name is Margherita. I'm Italian, based in London, and I am a scientist, I am a life coach, and I am a theta healer. I am an advanced practitioner and an instructor of the technique as well. So I really like to define myself as the scientist with the magic wand. And why the scientist with the magic wand? Because actually I come from medical research. I definitely started my career in the lab, working with molecules and DNA and virus recombination, all these kind of cool things. And then I became a theta healer. And what we really do in theta healing is using and working with the energetic part of the DNA. So what we call the quantum DNA, really. And when we can put and integrate all these things together, we can really really work magic with ourselves and with our clients and students. So yeah, welcome. Okay, so let's start with my, let's say, new medicine model, which is definitely a new system, a new model of medicine and healthcare practice that I envision for the future. And when I say I envision for the future, I mean the future is here, the future is now. And if we think about what is happening around the world, around us today, we can clearly see that there is something not quite right with the current model of science and medicine. So we can definitely improve it, evolve it. I mean, we are here, each and every one of us on this planet, living this life to evolve ourselves. And really, everything that is here on this planet is evolving. And everything and everyone has their own path of evolution. So it's definitely a personal development work. It's your personal development job but in the end, we are all connected. And this is why it's so important for me to share with you this concept that we are all one. We are all part of the same system. And yes, we live our own life, we live our own experiences, which are definitely different from someone else's. But it doesn't mean they are separate. No, we are not separate. We're all part of the same system. And this is the reason why every single person on this earth, and really every single thing, but every single person, each and every one of us is super, super important. Everyone is really significant. Everyone can make the difference, and we actually make the difference and influence this system every day with our own decisions. And this is why I have, let's say, developed or put together a sort of integrated plan that I will show you, I will talk about in this webinar, to make you understand that everything really is integrated. Even medicine and health and consciousness and emotions and vibrations and knowledge are all part of the same system. This is why I will never say it enough times, that it's super, super important for our own evolution as individuals and our evolutions as human beings on this planet to develop our knowledge, to move forward, to learn new things and new practice and new sciences, and acquire new information. And not just that, but to integrate them with our consciousness in our brains, with our emotions, understanding why they are all important for our balance, for our well-being, and therefore connecting to the state of our health or the state of our disease, in case we have some, and what is gonna be the new medical system or the new medicines. And actually it's not super new because we have all these tools available yet, so it's gonna be a new healthcare system based on consciousness, vibrations, knowledge and emotions, if you choose so. Right, so I will start by showing you the first, let's say, slide that I prepared for you. So in here, I hope you can see this. So in this model, I define 4 areas, let's say: knowledge, consciousness, health, and medicine. So let's start with the first one, knowledge. So knowledge, this is taken from a very ancient and very wise Greek philosopher, Plato, which I guess we all knew. But you can read about this in details if you want. I mean, it's been published for quite a few years, I would say. So you can find all the details about this model that I'm just taking into account for this explanation. And I try to make it very, very simple. So this is the model of knowledge that I'm taking as a reference, let's say, for my view, because I think it connects very well with all the pieces. So basically, starting from a very low level of knowledge and moving up to the highest knowledge that we can possibly achieve, we start from the illusions, the projections. This is a mix between the myth of the cavern, of the cave, and the theory of the line, both from Plato. So the model here is that men in this very low state of knowledge, they are in a very dark cave. So they cannot see. They cannot see what is outside. They have no clue. And they are in this cave looking at the walls of the cave. So imagine a place that is very, very dark. And in this dark place, they can just see projected on the walls of the cavern some shades. And these shades are actually the shades of some objects projected onto the walls of the cavern, of the cave, by a fire that is behind them. So they cannot see this. They cannot see the fire projecting the shades of the objects on the walls. They just see the illusions, the projections. So they cannot even see the real shapes and the real objects. So this is the first and very low state of knowledge that when we start our process, we find ourselves in. Then, at some point, we move forward, we move upwards, and we start looking at the real objects. So we understand that the illusions and the projections are not the truth, but there are real objects that are in this cavern, just behind us. So when we look at them, we start to observe them directly, and we understand that they are very different from the projections, from the illusions. But still, we don't really understand the true essence and the highest truth of these objects because they are not in their real context. They are not in the real world. And they are still in the dark. So the perception of the man looking at the objects is still very much dependent on the beliefs that the man looking at the objects has. And these we can call negative or limiting beliefs. And as a metaphor, we can use this example to understand everything that is keeping us stuck within our comfort zone, our beliefs. We have good, positive, and limiting and negative beliefs. So the good and positive beliefs, it's okay. We want to keep them because they give us very positive energies and vibrations. What we really want to let go are all the negative and limiting beliefs that are actually holding us back and that are keeping us stuck in this very dark place. So the next step in the evolution is when we pass from the darkness to the light. So Plato calls this state of light and truth and reality, let's say, science. And he makes a distinction between, let's say, one level of science, which is based on rational thinking and evidence-based observation, and a higher science, which is only accessible and understandable through our intuition. So it goes far beyond the measurement, the technical measurement that are a very intrinsic feature of the evidence-based science, meaning that evidence-based science is limited by the technical progress of the instruments and tools that we currently have and that we can currently use for the measurement of reality. But it doesn't mean, if we don't have a tool that can measure a higher level of science, it doesn't mean that that science doesn't exist. It's just that we are still not at that level yet with our technical tools. So intuition for Plato is the highest degree of science and is the highest science that can connect us to the highest level of knowledge. Of course, for Plato, back in the days, it was philosophy. For us that we do energy work, and in particular for me, that I use a specific technique of energy healing, theta healing, this is the way that I get to this kind of knowledge by using my intuition with the theta healing technique. So why is it intuition so important? Because it gives you the real and the ultimate tool to connect to your real self. It gives you the power to understand who you really are on many, many levels. And it also connects you to the highest energy, to the energy of the creation, of the universe, to the source, to the light, to God. However, whatever you want to call it, is the same kind of energy. So this is why it's so important to go to here. Okay, so this is the knowledge model, right? Let's move on and let's see what consciousness is. So even in this one, we have a lower state of consciousness and a highest, the highest state of consciousness. So what is consciousness? In my personal view and definition, by doing all this work, consciousness is a very simple, at the end of the day, a very simple concept, which is the sum of all the energies and vibrations that you hold within yourself in all your levels, in all your aspects, on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a psychological level, on a soul level. All these aspects are made of energies. And to go from philosophy to physics, we know that even Einstein said that we are all vibrations. Mass is a function of vibration, and everything, the atoms, every single molecules is vibration, is energy. We are all a result of the different energies that we use to create our life every day. Consciousness can also be applied to understand the energy value of the different emotions. Yes, so this is actually called the conscious map, and it's not a new concept. You can find it online, so I really recommend that you go and have a look at that. You can find many things around this subject, so it's gonna be super easy for you to find all the references and to read about that. This is not really breakthrough science. It's been known for a while, and even traditional science and medicine acknowledge that every single emotion is a vibration, and that positive energies, positive emotions, and negative energies and negative emotions have a different impact on our well-being and health. So it's not a new concept at all. Okay, so what's the difference here? So the important thing to notice is that when we are in low energies, we are, let's say, unconsciously really choosing, maybe like this, to live in the energy of fear, in the energy maybe of shame, in the energy of guilt, in the energy of blame. So we develop the syndrome of the poor me, or life happens, I'm not in control, I'm afraid of everything, I don't know what to do, I'm not empowered at all. So you are in the victim mode because you are not in charge of what happens to you. You're not in charge of your life. And every single decision that you make is based on what maybe somebody else is telling you to do, or maybe on what the media are telling you to do, or on what the media are telling you to be wrong or right. So you're not really present with yourself. That's why we put it in the low consciousness, actually in the unconscious part of the consciousness scale. Instead, when you are conscious and you are in charge of your decisions, you are taking responsibility for your life and you are empowered. So you know that you are the co-creator of your life. And it all starts when you jump from fear and all the energies that are coming from fear, so all the low vibration emotions and energies, and you jump at least into the reason, the rational modality, and you understand that you have the right and you have the power to be the leader of your life, and you refuse to be manipulated by other people, opinion leaders, source of information that are not resonating with your values and virtues. This is why here you find love and higher virtues, because these are actually the highest energies that you can possibly tap into. So the idea of all of this is to make you understand that by improving your state of consciousness and by understanding what's happening around you, which kind of energies you are deciding to put into your energy mix every day of your life with your decisions, you are actually deciding every day and every single minute of your life where on this scale you are going to be. You can feel free to stay in the victim mode, in the drama mode. Oh, poor me, life happens to me. Negative thinking, negative energies. Feel free to stay there. But you can also improve it and change it at every single time, every single minute, with every decision that you make, to go into a higher state where you say, no, 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 I'm not the victim anymore. I'm responsible of what happens to me. I'm responsible of my thinking and emotions, and I choose the positive ones. So this is how you jump into a high level of consciousness. And of course, into a higher level of knowledge as well. So yeah, intuition is definitely relating to a high level of consciousness. So you have to move upwards to get to these states, if you choose so, and if you want to. Okay, so let's move forward now, and let's see what happens to our health and well-being when we decide to be in a higher or lower state of consciousness. And here I'm gonna also introduce the concept that we are all energy, right? We are all vibrating. And we are all surrounded by a magnetic field, which is our, we can call it aura, we can call it magnetic field. There are different levels of that are connecting, really. I'm just trying to keep it very, very simple, so it's easier to understand the core concept here. I cannot go into many, many details now. I will in later videos and programs, but for now I just want you to give you an idea and an overview of how all these things work and are all interconnected and interlaced. So we vibrate, we have an electromagnetic field around us, but what is really creating that electromagnetic field around us? Well, this is the time when we definitely can introduce the concept of the quantum DNA. Yes, so for those who don't know anything about this, you probably know that DNA is our life code. So DNA contains all the information that are essential and required to our life. But this is true for many, many, many aspects and different layers. So in science and in current biology, we are used to study, work, and think of DNA as just the genome. So just as this sequence of nucleotides creating this double helix macromolecule that you have all seen, I would say everywhere, in all the books, online, everywhere you go, really. I think probably we can learn that in school now yet already. So when I studied that, I actually started to study it fully when I was at the university, and this is the reason why I decided to become a scientist, because I was so fascinated about this macromolecule of life that I wanted to know everything about it. However, by studying DNA only from a chemical and traditional biological point of view, we are just studying a very short part and segment of it, which is the chemical, the one that was sequenced by the Genome Project. But this is just a very small part. This is, let's say, just one layer of the DNA. So the DNA is, let's say, a sort of pool of many, many layers, all connecting to one another. There are 12 layers, really, which are multidimensional layers made up by different kind of energies, and each layer and energy has a specific role, and they are all connecting to the chemical part, the genome sequence of the DNA that we know about, and all these energies are interacting between them and with the chemical genome layer to exchange and deliver information for the DNA to function. So we have a part of the DNA, of the genome actually, which is about 5% of the genome. So just 5% of one layer of DNA that is coding for genes who become then proteins and molecules and all the elements that we can see in the cells and organs and all the systems of our body. So that is just the 5%, more or less, of one layer. Scientists, even today, don't know what the remaining 95% of the genome part of the DNA does, and they call it junk DNA. And of course, there is no way that nature creates something that for the most part is junk or has no function. It's just that we haven't understood that yet, or at least from a biological perspective. But we know what all the other layers and energies and connections do from an energy perspective. So this is very important because the electromagnetic field that is around us in many, many directions and dimensions is actually made up and created by this quantum DNA. So it's the energetic DNA, multidimensional with all these layers, that is giving us all the information to live, behave, decide, evolve, and also program the chemical structures of our body. This is very important because it makes it very easy to understand that energy is connecting directly to the chemical and structural part of our DNA and body. And this is the reason why when we do energy healing, especially with Theta Healing technique, I'm talking about this because this is what I do. So I know it quite well, and I know how to use it. And I know what I do when I use it. So when I use it, I actually work on the DNA, on the energetical, multidimensional part of the DNA. But probably you can influence this electromagnetic field even with other energetic techniques, which makes it super, super interesting and beautiful, because we can use many, many disciplines that are based on vibrations and harmony to support and empower our well-being. So now let's move on to the next slide that I prepared for you. So I hope you can see it. So this is the thing. Again, we have a scale. So we have a higher level of health and a lower level of health or disease, if you want to call it like that, versus well-being. So what is the difference here? So we said that our knowledge and consciousness can tap and can produce positive thinking, positive energies, or negative thinking, negative energies. And this affects our electromagnetic field, which is connecting and relating to our DNA. So, when we have a good, let's say a good state of well-being, we are actually very happy and we are vibrating at a very high frequency. Let's say high frequency, I mean above the normal average level of well-being. So this is normal health. You have like no issues really. You are okay. But here you are a little bit better than that. So you are very happy. So you experience and you receive all these positive emotions and vibrations because you are actually at the same level and you can resonate with this. And this influences and empowers your energetic field and your DNA even more. So it's a beautiful mechanism that is reinforcing, it's like a positive feedback mechanism that reinforces your well-being state. So the more you live here, the more you enjoy and receive and connect to the positive energies and the higher consciousness level, the more your health is vibrating high. And this is your electromagnetic field created by your DNA, by your quantum DNA. Instead, when you are in a lower state of vibration and in a state of poor health and disease maybe, your electromagnetic field is corrupted, so is not looking really good and vibrant. And it means that you resonate with lower vibrations, which are actually resonating with the energies and the consciousness state of every disease and parasites or microbes, virus, bacteria that we can possibly encounter, because we know from an energy healing perspective that everything is vibration, even disease. Disease is a vibration, or to be more precise, every single disease has a specific vibration, and every single disease has a specific low vibration. So the more you are in this lower state of vibration, which, just to remind you, is the vibration of fear, shame, guilt, blame, judgment, being the victim, being completely disempowered. And the more you are resonating with these energies, so the more your energetic field is affected. This is the reason why people that are not able to tap into this higher positive thinking and vibration, experience low emotions, low vibrating, heavy emotions, and sometimes they get sick more easily or more frequently than people that are happy and vibrating higher. And this is basically a function of the efficiency, I call it like that, of the efficiency of your quantum DNA field. So if you have a healthy, stable, vibrant electromagnetic field around you, and you are in a positive state, and you are vibrating higher, and your consciousness is at the higher level, and you feel that you are empowered, and you understand that you are the co-creator of your life, the more healthy you are. And of course, is the same in the opposite example. The beautiful thing is that you can always choose and decide where you want to be. You want to be in delusion. You want to stuck and to hold on to your negative beliefs, to your patterns, old patterns of drama or negativity. Feel free. Feel free to stay here. It's your decision. We all have free choice to decide where we want to be. And it's perfect. There is no right or wrong. It's your decision. But understand that it's your decision. So when you understand that it's your decision, you are actually already making a jump from the unconscious and victim mode to the empowered and conscious model, because you understand that you are not a victim. Nobody is a victim, and we are all more or less consciously deciding where we are on this scale every single second of our day, of our life. More or less consciously. Because all the beliefs that we have about everything are in our subconscious mind. So you will ask me, okay, so how do I know which kind of beliefs I've got and how do I change them? Well, this is what we do when we do energy healing with the Theta Healing technique, for example. We use our intuition, which is a source of higher knowledge and connection, by which we can access the higher and the highest energies and therefore knowledge, and we can see what's in here. We can see, we can sense, we can feel which are the beliefs that are holding us, you, the client, somebody else, back from moving up to the next level. And by looking at them, by being aware of the beliefs, and if you decide to do that, to work on these beliefs, to remove them, we can actually remove all the heaviness of the negative energies and beliefs and negative emotions and heavy emotions, let them go and consciously access new vibrations, new emotions, and new state of consciousness. So this is how we help people and ourselves to go up through this scale. And by doing so, we are also allowing ourselves to become more vibrant and healthy. So now, let me introduce you to the correlation between this model of health and disease and medicine. And this is the thing. We have now, in 2020, many different systems of medicine. So there are different systems coming from ancient cultures from all over the world. Let's just think about Ayurveda or Chinese medicine or meditation as a form of healing and medicine as well. We have our modern Western medicine, the one that we make in the lab. And we have all these new modalities like ThetaHealing, for example, or homeopathy, naturopathy, essential oils. We have many medicine systems that are available to us right now. There is a difference. There are medicine systems that, again, have a high level of consciousness and vibration, and others that have a low level of consciousness and vibration, because everything really has a vibration. So we can define everything, every single object and thing, even a medicine, with a specific energy and vibration. And we know that all those systems that use, I call them life force based medications or therapies, are here, and the medical or medicine systems that use chemical synthesis or lab-made medicines that have lost their life force, power and vibration, are here in a low consciousness and vibration level. Okay? So, just to recap in an easier way, this is it. I hope you can see it. So we have, let's say, two different systems of medicine. And I divide them in two just because it's more convenient for me to do it right now. But of course, it's more complex than this. But let's say I divide them in life force based medicine, which have a very high level of vibration, and allopathic medicine, so chemical synthesis medicine or lab engineered medicine, which have lost all the life force and the high vibrational power of that substance, and they are vibrating here. And this is called allopathic medicine. Here you find every single technique of energy healing that you can have: homeopathy, essential oils, herbal medicine, naturopathy, even sound therapy. They are all here. They all use high vibrations to support and empower your health. Here you find most of the medicines that are coming from a blister, a pill, something that is not in this category, basically. So let's take, for example, someone that is vibrating at a higher frequency. So someone who is feeling good, is feeling well. Maybe one day this person has a headache, and they just want the headache to go away. They have many choices. They can choose from a lot of things. They can just do a meditation. They can just have some rest and let the magnetic, for example, the magnetic energy field of the earth heal them. You can do that as well, if you know about that. Or you can just use maybe some aromatherapy with some essential oils that are affecting your emotions, and maybe they will affect your senses and your well-being and will remove your headache. Or you can do a meditation, or you can do you can listen to some music with specific vibration and frequencies, or you can do a theta healing meditation, or you can decide that you want to take a pill. But usually this person understands that before going here, there are so many choices here that are so much easier and are so much more in harmony with the system and the energy status, that is very rare or uncommon that it goes to this choice, but it's still a choice. Same happens for a person that is resonating at this level. So maybe this person is already sick, has some disease, and on top of that, not super vibrant health status and magnetic field, they have a headache. Of course, for them, the choices are the same, but they are more in resonance with this kind of medicine. So it will be more efficient for them in this state of vibration to get a benefit from a pill rather than from an essential oil or some meditation or some rest. They can decide that they want to do that as well. First of all, they need to accept that this is as powerful, if not even more than this, and it goes back to the belief system. But even if they do, the thing is, the remedy that is at this level also has an energy vibration and an energy field. So it may be that this remedy has such a high range of vibration that it doesn't really match this low vibration and this small magnetic field. So even if this person used this, it will take some time for this to be effective on this level, because it's like the energy field of this is not really able to affect this because there is too much of a gap. So this is the reason why for some people, when they are here, the most effective medicine is this and not this. This is the reason why for some people, meditation is not effective enough for a headache or for any other health problem. Or it can be the reason why homeopathy or other kinds of natural remedy are not effective or quick enough for this person. Maybe this person just needs 5 minutes of aromatherapy, or maybe 5 minutes of meditation. For this person, maybe it will take a month, maybe it will take 6 months. And this is why we have these two different systems. The very important thing that I want to point out is that if you are here and you take this medicine, it's perfect. It's going to be effective for you. This is why we are so grateful for the modern medicine that we have. But when your headache is gone because of the pill, your energy level is still here. So this medicine is not giving you enough vibrations to move you up into the scale of health. It's just fixing a problem by you stay at the same level. So yes, now the headache is gone, but you're still here. So you are still prone to resonate with all the energies that create the headache or other diseases. Instead, if you are here, not only you can benefit from the immediate effect and support of these remedies without moving backwards, but you can also benefit from the life force energy of these remedies that can add to your energy field, empowering it and making it stronger. So you will be at least in the same state of vibration that you were before, if not even higher. So this is the whole point. This is why it's so important for you to understand that for you to get to a perfect or an optimal or a better health state, this is not the solution. The solution is to make the shift at these levels and move up. And this is what I call the new vibrational medicine, because it's actually based on a jump or an ascension in your consciousness levels that will affect everything else: your magnetic field, your DNA, your knowledge, your consciousness, your health, and your emotional states. So this is what I wanted to say. And now that we have gone through the model of this new medicine that is already available to you and to everyone, because I do it for myself, I do it for my clients, for my students, for my family and friends, for those who want to know this and to experience that. I'm already doing it, and other people and practitioners around the world are doing the same. So these systems are not really the future, are already a reality. And I believe that what is happening now in the world is a very clear evidence for those who are still here, that the systems that we are depending on in terms of healthcare are not good enough or are not high enough, and they need to evolve, because what we are seeing is a lot of people living in the victimhood model, living in fear, living in anger, with resentment, regrets, anxiety, shame, guilt, blaming somebody else all the time instead of being responsible. And the systems that are now a part of our modern medicine are actually based on an emergency medicine. So you go to the doctor or to the hospital, not even when you're here, but when you are such in a low state that it's really an emergency. So, of course, that system is not able to support your health and well-being in the highest way possible. But if you become empowered with your consciousness and you take responsibility for your life, for your thinking, for your knowledge, for everything really, you become the leader of your life. You become empowered and you become the leader of your health as well. And you can use and raise your vibrations, and you can use positive energies and virtues like love or other high energies to support your health. So instead of blaming others and be the victim, take responsibility and see which decisions you can change in your life today, which mindset you can change in your life today, which beliefs that are holding you back, which fears that are holding you back, you can overcome with virtues like courage, for example. Or instead of judging and blaming other people, why don't you learn to accept their point of view and accept that maybe they are doing the best they can according to their own state of knowledge, evolution, consciousness. So which energies, which vibration are you choosing to put into your life every day? And instead of blaming others, judging others, just try to use higher energies and virtues like understanding, collaboration, compassion, and see what this change of perspective is giving you in terms of more sophisticated and informative information about other people, yourself, and the world around you. So now, as we usually do, We are gonna do a meditation, Theta Healing meditation, of course. And if you give me the permission to do so, I will activate energetically your DNA for you to be able to take the next step in your life, in your evolution process. And I will download you with maybe some virtues and removing some negative programs that are not serving you anymore, are just holding you back, if you give me the permission to do so. So for everything that I'm gonna do, I will ask you for permission, and I will be able to perform the healing on you if you accept that by just saying yes in your mind. So energetically, I will know, I will see, and I will give you this activation when you say yes. If you decide that something is not resonating with you and you don't want to change something, or you don't want to get something, you don't say anything, basically. So your brain, your minds know that you are not accepting that. But if you want to accept that, you just say yes. Okay, so now we are gonna close our eyes and take a few deep breaths and just relax. And by the way, as we are talking about energy, vibration, multidimensionality, quantum DNA, just know that this healing that we are going to perform now with this meditation is working all the time. So is working for all the people that are listening and watching and doing this meditation now in the live, but it will work on different layers and different aspects if you watch it again or do it again later. And it's true for all the people that will watch it recorded as well. And you can listen to this and do this healing as many times as you wish, because it's all quantum. So there is no limit in space and time, and energy can go everywhere all the time. So take a few deep breaths. Just connect with your heart, which is the very essence of yourself, of your life, of your energy, of your life force. Just feel it, just connect to that. And imagine that you and your molecules are vibrating at the same energy of the chair or sofa where you are sitting on. So you, your molecules, and your chair or sofa are vibrating at the same energy, and you are all one. Just expand a bit more and imagine that you and the room you are in are vibrating at the same energy, and you are one with all the objects, everything that you can find in the room. You and the room are one. Expand a bit further and imagine that you are vibrating at the same energy and frequency of the city you are in, with all the people, with all the objects, all the nature and animals that are in your city. You are vibrating at the same energy, and you and your city are one. Let's expand a bit further and imagine that you and your country, with all the people, all the cities, all the natures, all the objects, all the lakes, the rivers, everything. You and your country are vibrating at the same frequency, and you and your country are one. Let's expand a bit further and imagine that you and all this planet, you and the earth, with all the countries, all the people, all the animals, all the nature, all the oceans, the air, the atmosphere, you and the earth are vibrating at the same frequency, and you are one. Let's expand a bit further into the solar system with all the planets, the sun, the moon, and imagine that you and your molecules are vibrating with the sun, with the moon, with the planets at the same vibration, and you and the solar system are one. Let's expand a bit further and imagine that you are one with the galaxy, the Milky Way. You are vibrating at the same frequency as all the planets and the stars in the galaxy. You and the Milky Way are one. Let's expand a bit further and imagine that you and your molecules are vibrating with all the universe, all the stars, all the galaxies, all the planets. You and the universe are one. And now let's go beyond the universe. And you find layers of brighter lights and darker lights, brighter lights and darker lights. And imagine that you and your molecules are vibrating at the same energies of these layers of lights. You and these layers of lights are one. Now expand a bit further and you find a beautiful golden light. And imagine that you and your molecules are vibrating at the same energy of this beautiful golden light. You and the golden light are one. And now expand a bit further and you find a jelly-like substance with all the colors of the rainbow. And imagine that you and your molecules are resonating and vibrating at the same frequency of these rainbow colors. You and these rainbow colors, jelly-like substance, are one. And now expand a bit further and you find the pink cloud. And imagine that your molecules are vibrating at the same energy of this soft, gentle pink cloud. You and the pink cloud are one. And now expand a bit further until you find a beautiful, bright, sparkly white light. And imagine that you are melting into this beautiful bright light, into this beautiful, sparkly, shiny white light. And just feel and allow yourself to experience all the beautiful emotions and feelings and sensations that you can experience when you are melting into this white light. Feel all the peace and calmness and relaxation, the feelings of well-being, lightness, love, gentleness. And stay there for a while. Just enjoy this feeling. Just let it flow into your mind, into your heart, into your body, everywhere. inside and outside of you. Just allow this beautiful light to come into your body, from the top of your head, into your face, into your neck, into your shoulders, into your back, into your lungs, into your heart, into your hips, into your legs, into your feet. And just enjoy this feeling, and just see this beautiful white light washing you from the inside and also on the outside. And I want you to really visualize this, how bright you become as the light flows into you and all around you. And just see if the light is washing out, is washing away any darker mist or any shade or anything that you are allowing to let go of. And just feel this empowerment through this beautiful light. And just feel the heaviness going away. And now from this beautiful place, if you give me the permission to do so, we can wash away all the negative and heavy energies and emotions that are holding you back to move forward in your life, that are holding you back from taking your next step into your beautiful life journey. So if you allow me to do so, just say yes. Thank you. And just feel this cleanse taking place into your body right now, into your heart, into your mind, into your belly. Would you like to know how it feels like to feel empowered, to be the leader of your life, to have the power, and to know that you can always take the best decisions for you in your life, in any situation, in any moment? If you want that, just say yes. And if you give me the permission to do so, can we remove and send into the light any traumatic experience or memories that are stuck in your emotional and physical body, and remove them from all your levels. Remove the negative and heavy feelings and emotions associated with that, and replace them with the positive energies that this light can give to you. If you accept that, just say yes. Thank you. And if you give me the permission to do so, I would like to remove from you, from all the layers, the multidimensional you, resentments and fears and anger that your body, your mind, your heart are willing to let go of. Just say yes if you want me to do so for you. Thanks. And if you give me the permission to do so, can I download you with the file and the awareness containing the information about your life purpose, about why it's so important that you live your life and that you move forward, taking your decisions and moving forward to the next steps of your life. If you give me the permission, I can download this information for you. Thank you. And if you give me the permission, I will also download the feeling that you know how it feels like to be significant, to be empowered, to be the leader of your life, how it feels to have a purpose, how it feels to be and feel important for your own life and in the world, because you really are important. So if you give me the permission, just say yes. And if you give me the permission, I would like to remove all the negative beliefs and thoughts about you not deserving to live a happy, fulfilled, joyful life full of love. Can I remove that for you? And replace this with the beliefs that you know and you know how to live your life with these positive energies, and you already do it for your highest and best. Just say yes if you want me to do so for you. And if you give me the permission to do so, I would like this energy to send you a message, a feeling, an image, can be really anything with no limits, for you to understand what is the most important area of your life that you need to work on now. If you give me the permission, I can show you that. So just allow yourself to receive this communication from the light, from the universe. Thank you. And if you give me the permission to do so, I would like to make it possible for you to receive the energies, the positive energies and the virtues that you need in this moment for you to take that step, for you to be able to move forward and to face and to overcome that situation in your life without feeling any fear, with the knowledge and the feeling that you are always guided and protected by the highest energy of the universe, and that you know how to do it with love, with happiness, with joy, with peace, with compassion for the highest and best. Just say yes if you accept all of this. And now, if you give me the permission by saying yes, I will just do a healing on you, on what is the most important aspect or part of your life, of your body, or your energy field that needs a healing in this moment. So if you give me the permission, just say yes. And just, I want you to visualize the energy coming into your body, into your mind, into your heart, and into your body, and perform this healing. And I want you to see and watch this light performing this healing. So just say yes if you accept that. And I also want you to receive the information about what this healing was really about and how you can move forward for the highest and best. Nice. Mm-hmm. And if you give me the permission to do so, I will ask this energy, this light, to help you overcome all the resistance that are in your brain, all the fears that are in your brain, to move forward, knowing that it's gonna be easy. It is easy. You can do it with ease, grace, happiness, joy, and love, and knowing that you're safe, that it's safe for you to do so, and that you are always guided and protected by the highest energy of the universe. Just say yes if you accept all of this. Thank you. And now, when you're ready, just go back to that beautiful white light. And enjoy the feelings that this beautiful white light is giving you: peace, lightness, harmony, love, compassion, benevolence, acceptance. Feel the healing of these energies in your mind, in your body, and in your soul. And when you are ready, visualize yourself under a beautiful shower with this beautiful white bright light. Feel how good it is. Feel the regeneration. Feel a new state of health and well-being spreading through and across all your body. And when you're done with this beautiful, sparkly white light shower, take a few deep breaths. Just focus again on your heart and see how bright it has become. Full of joy, full of life force, which is spreading across your body through your blood system, reaching every single one of your cells. See yourself completely melting into this light. You are this light. You are vibrating together with this light. Take a few deep breaths. Just start to come back into the here and now. Just move your arms, your fingertips, your toes, your feet a little bit. Take a few deep breaths again. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Hello, welcome back. So, yeah, this is just a small sample of what we can do with these new tools. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will leave you in this beautiful state. It's still a dreamy state, so you will be able to ground more now, but just enjoy this state now. And remember that you can listen and watch again this meditation at any time, and you will get the same healing on different layers, on different aspects. So it's a powerful tool that you can use every time you want to. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.